Iran claims its latest military offensive has delivered another major blow to President Trump's regional campaign, signaling a new phase of escalation. The IRGC says Wave 24 of Operation Nasser 2 targeted critical American military assets across the Gulf with coordinated missile and drone strikes. Tehran claims a US MQ-9 Reaper drone hangar at Kuwait's Ali Al Salem Air Base was struck and set ablaze during the latest operation. Iran says another strike destroyed an American radar installation and air defense system inside Bahrain, though the claim remains unverified. The IRGC also claims a US Patriot air defense battery in Bahrain's Riffa district was successfully targeted. Iran says its latest operation created what it describes as a dark night for American surveillance and air defense systems across the Gulf. Tehran claims multiple US early warning radar systems, missile defense assets and an FPS 117 radar in Kuwait were struck during the latest wave. Iran claimed it struck a US MQ-9 drone hangar at Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait on July 20th. In a statement released on July 21st, the IRGC announced details of Wave 24 of Operation Nasser 2. Iran says American radar, communications, and satellite facilities were among the targets of the latest operation. The IRGC also claimed another coordinated strike destroyed a US radar and air defense system in Bahrain. Tehran further claimed it successfully targeted a US Patriot air defense battery in Bahrain's Riffa district. IRGC's statement read, and I quote, "Great and jihadi nation of Islamic Iran, your epic presence in the field and 140 days and nights of unparalleled and passionate perseverance have given such a spirit to the fighters of Islam and the self-sacrificing defenders of the homeland that, with God's grace and assistance, they create a new epic every day. Hours ago, the great operation of the fighters of Islam to punish the American child-killing army for disrupting the security of the Strait of Hormuz and violating parts of our dear homeland began. Your children in the IRGC Aerospace Force created a dark night for radars and American air defense systems in the region. In Wave 24 of Operation Nasser 2, with the blessed code name YA Ruqayya, in order to pave the way for future large-scale operations and remove obstacles to the accurate hitting of targets, an American air defense system and radar in Al Muharraq, Bahrain, were completely destroyed and taken out of the operational cycle. Also, an American Patriot air defense system in Al Riffa, Bahrain, was targeted by simultaneous missile and drone attacks and destroyed. The punishment of the aggressor continues, and the report will be presented to you, dear and heroic nation. With your prayers during the Husseini rituals, peace be upon him, the zealous sons of powerful Iran have dealt crushing blows to the desperate enemy. Continuing the dark night for radars and American defense systems in the region, they hit and destroyed an early warning radar, a missile defense radar system, an FPS 117 radar, a Patriot defense system, and a satellite communication system related to air defense belonging to the child-killing American army at the Ahmed al-Jaber base in Kuwait. With this radar clearing, the enemy must be prepared for more decisive and crushing waves of drones and missiles, unquote. The attacks came as the United States completed its 10th consecutive night of military strikes against Iran. CENTCOM says the operation targeted Iranian command centers, missile launch sites and air defense systems. U.S. Central Command statement read, and I quote, U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, completed another round of strikes against Iran at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, July 20th. U.S. forces struck Iranian military command centers, maritime capabilities, missile and drone launch sites, and air defense systems to degrade Iran's ability to continue attacking commercial vessels flowing through the Strait of Hormuz. Commercial vessel transits through the vital international maritime corridor continue. Since early May, CENTCOM forces have helped facilitate the transit of approximately 900 commercial vessels and 450 million barrels of crude oil. American forces remain postured and prepared to hold Iran accountable for unwarranted aggression toward civilian mariners seeking to freely and openly transit the strait, unquote. Washington says the operation was designed to reduce Iran's ability to threaten commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. The latest exchange highlights how both Tehran and Washington continue expanding military operations across the region. Iran is widening the battlefield, and America's Gulf allies now find themselves directly in the line of fire. For the 10th straight night, American warplanes and drones have returned to strike targets across Iranian territory. U.S. Central Command says the latest operation is aimed at further degrading Iran's military capabilities. U.S. Central Command statement read, and I quote, Today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US forces began a new round of strikes against Iran at the Commander-in-Chief's direction. The strikes are designed to further degrade Iranian military capabilities used to attack commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Unquote. Southern Iran has once again come under heavy bombardment as another night of strikes rocks the region. Iranian media reported fresh explosions in Bandar Abbas and Sirik as air defenses scrambled into action. The Revolutionary Guard claims it intercepted an American cruise missile during the latest wave of attacks. Air defense batteries were activated around the Bushehr nuclear area after reports of incoming threats. Residents reported loud explosions while Iranian defenses attempted to repel the attacks. Tehran now accuses Washington of targeting the Darkhovin nuclear facility during the latest offensive. Iran is calling on the international community to condemn what it describes as unlawful aggression. The Iranian government says it has formally raised the issue before the UN Security Council. Meanwhile, another maritime incident has intensified fears over security in the Strait of Hormuz. Reports say an unidentified projectile struck a commercial tanker in one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. Iranian media says this is yet another attack threatening global energy routes. Qatar has publicly condemned Iran's latest attacks, warning that the conflict is becoming increasingly dangerous for the Gulf region. Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs statement read, and I quote, "The state of Qatar condemns in the strongest terms the renewed attacks launched by the Islamic Republic of Iran on the territories of both the sisterly state of Kuwait and the sisterly kingdom of Bahrain, and considers them a flagrant violation of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the two countries, and a blatant breach of international law, the Charter of the United Nations and the principles of good neighborliness." The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirms that the continuation of these attacks constitutes a dangerous escalation that will complicate efforts to contain tensions and undermine political and diplomatic endeavors aimed at achieving security and stability in the region. The ministry stresses the need for an immediate and complete cessation of all military actions and attacks that threaten the security and stability of the region, refraining from anything that would widen the circle of escalation, a serious return to the path of dialogue and negotiations, and commitment to the understandings achieved through diplomatic efforts. The ministry reiterates the state of Qatar's full solidarity with the state of Kuwait and the Kingdom of Bahrain, and its support for all measures they take to preserve their sovereignty and security. Unquote. The Gulf region is facing mounting pressure as Iran expands its military response beyond its own borders. Kuwait and Bahrain remain at the center of Tehran's warnings as regional tensions continue to rise. Missiles, drone attacks, and airstrikes are pushing the Gulf conflict into a far more dangerous phase. Neither Washington nor Tehran appears willing to ease military operations as the confrontation intensifies. The Strait of Hormuz remains the world's most volatile flashpoint, with every new strike raising the risk of wider war.